feel pretty light. But that notwithstanding, these are tungsten or some sort of really, really dense alloy, really well made. These are like denser than normal steel. That's why they're so expensive. And you can feel the weight and the way they just line up your motion and your punches. It's incredible. Traditionally, these are thought of for improving hand speed, but I always like to say that these are really for coordination. These are for coordinating your body. I just use these for a few minutes for shadow boxing. They just make moving the body and letting the body heal itself through motion fun, which is what shadow boxing is all about. Getting healthy, kind of like that theory about a dancer's body or a swimmer's body or a wrestler's body for that matter. Wrestlers look the way they do because of the practice itself, because of the way it causes strain on the body, and that tension and challenge to the body causes proprioception and muscle activation and growth. So more than anything, what I find about these egg weights is they just make motion fun. I'm not going to be shadow boxing without these things for 5-10 minutes at a time, but holding these in your hand, really it's almost like a Tai Chi ruler. And a lot of people who've practiced internal martial arts or traditional Kung Fu or Kung Fu, they know that some of these little trick tools like the rattan ring or the Tai Chi ruler or the Tai Chi ball, you start to practice with them and all of a sudden they start to unlock power that you never knew you had. I mean, think about it. As human beings, we weigh hundreds of pounds. So if we can use that breath and coordination and motion and dexterity to unlock our natural power and force, even to get 10 times the natural power that we would get with our body. I mean, if I only weighed 100 pounds and I could move my body 10 times as quickly, you know, for a ballistic motion, that should be 1,000 pounds worth of force. That's a whole lot of force. And you know, in boxing, we call it dropping the hammer. A hammer is only, what, 1 or 2 pounds and it can kill you. And this is the hammer. This is the hammer, this dropping of the elbow. And nothing really coordinates and lets you feel this as much as egg weights. They're like really perfectly designed for coordination, for flow, for dexterity, for ambulation, for proprioception. I always say it. Do not practice the knockout snap with these. What I mean by that is in advanced punching at the very end, like on this 1-5 combination, you'll see I yoke the shoulder. There's a snap. Here, let me demonstrate. You see that snap, that yoke? You do not ever practice that with these egg weights. You will tear a bicep tendon or need some shoulder surgery. These are not for fast ballistic motion. These are for slowly coordinating the body. And then that knockout snap will come. But first you have to have perfect positioning. Your punches can't be too far out, too far over here, over there. That's what these egg weights are for. If you use them for a few weeks with perfect technique, with perfect form, they're going to improve your coordination. They're going to improve the dance of boxing, which is what it is. It's a dance. It's just the same as salsa dancing or any other coordination-based movement. It's a repetition of motions. And you see me here doing very slowly this replacement of the shoulders. The shoulders are going back and forth. You get a bigger tripod so you guys can see that the feet are actually clip-clopping. So the muscular activation is happening all the way from the ankles to the neck to the wrists. The whole body is moving as one unit. This is definitely not me throwing my arms out. This is feet clip-clopping, breath happening right as the heel lands, shoulder moving forward with the landing of the heel, with the breathing, with the inner core actually moving in the opposite direction. I know that sounds crazy, but we're talking about this a little bit, the in to go out principle. You're pulling in to go out. You're pulling down to go up for that uppercut. You see my core, my inner core. I guess you can't see it, but I can definitely feel it. This thing is rotating down to pull up. It's rotating in and back to pull out. And that type of advanced coordination that really doubles or triples the power for these power shots. that's what's developed with these egg weights, because you get this precision. The only way I can describe it is like, you ever sit at a desk, one of those roll-out desks, and the drawers roll out? That's how this feels. Like your arms are those desk drawers which just start rolling faster than you can imagine, even though you're moving in slow motion. I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but it's almost like your hand is meant to be in the finishing position and finishes there perfectly, which is why these egg weights are invaluable. Just to finish off, guys, really important Russian Olympic shadow boxing system. 3 minutes, no weights in your hand. Practice 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, all the classic combinations. Write them down on the wall like they do at any good boxing gym, so you can go through the whole series, 2, 3, 2, 3, all the punch combinations for 3 minutes, 1 minute rest. Then get these egg weights, or some 5-pound dumbbells, or some bricks, or some soup cans, or some light weights. Repeat that same regimen. 1, 2, 3, whatever exact combinations you're doing. 2, 1, 6. Do those again with the weights. Rest for 1 minute. So this is 3 3-minute rounds. And in the middle, we have the weights. The first and the last round, we have no weights. And at the end, full speed. And you see the improvement that second round of having the weighted exercises, the exact same motions you did, be weighted. The third round, you really see the speed and the effect on your coordination.